December 19th, Sibyl on the Incarnation. In the last times he changed the earth, and, coming late as a new light, he rose from the womb of the Virgin Mary. Coming from heaven, he put on a mortal form. First, then Gabriel was revealed in his strong and holy person. Second, the archangel also addressed the maiden in speech. Receive God, Virgin, in your immaculate bosom. Thus speaking, he breathed in the grace of God, even to one who was always a maiden. Fear and, at the same time, wonder seized her as she listened. She stood trembling. Her mind fluttered, while her heart was shaken by the unfamiliar things she heard. But again she rejoiced, and her heart was healed by the voice. The maiden laughed and reddened her cheek, rejoicing with joy, and enchanted in her heart with awe. Courage also came over her. A word flew to her womb. In time it was made flesh and came to life in the womb, and was fashioned in mortal form, and became a boy by virgin birth. For this is a great wonder to men, but nothing is a great wonder for God the Father and God the Son. The joyful earth fluttered to the child at its birth. The heavenly throne laughed and the world rejoiced. A wondrous new shining star was venerated by the Magi. The newborn child was revealed in a manger to those who obey God, cowherds and goatherds and shepherd of sheep. And Bethlehem was said to be the divinely named homeland of the Word. Another thing I've noticed in these past few readings that prophesy the coming of Yeshua, the Christ, made flesh, is this direct association between him and the Most High. Not even association, identification. For example, in this passage in particular, they say, but nothing is a great wonder for God the Father and God the Son. Now, I wasn't raised in a religious household, so I'm not that familiar with the doctrine of the Trinity or anything like that, but it sounds like this is kind of what they're getting at. God the Father and God the Son are one and the same, which means that the Logos, the Word, which becomes flesh and is born to become the man Yeshua, is also synonymous with God. I think that's why the Trinity stirs up a lot of controversy, because it implies that Jesus was God and not the Son of God, or rather that the Son and the Father are one. I can see how that would be confusing. The way I try to look at it is like a triangle. A triangle has three sides. Each side is unique, but in truth, each side belongs to a single triangle. So the Father, Son, and Spirit are merely three sides of a singular being, or power, if you will. So to me, the Trinity doesn't really pose any problems from a conceptual basis. I mean, every human being has three aspects as well: the mind, the body, and the awareness. But all three are rolled into one. I guess what I'm trying to say is we can divide it into three parts conceptually, but the three parts belong to a single whole. I don't know if that makes any sense. I'm going to stop talking now while I'm ahead, and I will thank you for joining me. And hopefully we'll tune in tomorrow as we start the nativity stories. Thanks for joining me, and stay centered.